everybody, welcome to the Towy Valley Open Studios, which is currently online just for 2020. My name's Mick Sheridan and I'm going to show you around my studio. Come on in. Okay, so as we come in to the studio, you can see that I've got some of my work up. I store most of my canvases in the workshop above the upholstery workshop, mainly because I have some issues in this studio with insects eating my work, and also damp. Wales is very damp and that causes all sorts of problems. So what I do is I wrap my paintings up and put them in a nice dry building above the upholstery workshop. So it's nice to have some work in here. Some of it has been produced over the last few years, some of it more recently. A lot of my work is to do with lichen, and I had an exhibition at the Botanical Gardens of Wales a couple of years ago. So if you see anything that you like, then please contact me and I'll give you some more details. I just want to show you my view from the window of the last gallery studio, and I can see right up to the Black Mountains, the western part of the Brecon Beacons. It's a bit cloudy today, but it's been absolutely beautiful. We've had a great spring and hopefully we'll have a great summer. So across, I also do all my prep work in here for my teaching. So I have my laptop, printer. I'm currently working on a stamp, a personalised stamp. Some of my work you can buy in print form. They're limited edition prints, and these are to do with the Brecon Beacons. They're actually abstract landscapes of the Brecon Beacons. This is a small body of work relating to the map lichens that you find on rocks all over the place. This is a great storage unit. I've got one of these old kitchen dressers. If I can back up here so you can see the whole thing. And I find this really great. I make my tutorials here because this surface is really good and it's a great storage space. Keeps all my paints, which is brilliant. And here we have another lichen painting. These are of marching soldiers. Well, that's what we call them anyway. We called them these for years. Those small red forms, the fruiting bodies are the red tops, and they're often found on open woodland floor towards the end of the summer and on rocks. Very pretty. And these are a couple of paintings I did of the, well, this one is of Llyn, which is just up the road here in Llandysant, where there are three other artists exhibiting. I'm not sure how many are doing online walkthroughs, but I know that their studios are still working. So if you contact them, all their details are in the Towy Valley brochures and also on the website. This is a fairly old painting when I did some work to do with geology and the marks that you find on rocks, and this one was an area that I found in the Brecon Beacons. This is a really old painting, last one left actually, from my Llangadog series, which I did about 5 years ago, where I did a painting of, well, paintings of sort of alleyways and hidden corners of Llangadog. Llangadog is in between, 5 miles in between Llandailo and Llandovery, and there are 40 odd artists involved in the Towy Valley Open Studios. Unfortunately, not every one of them will be showing this year because of the COVID problems, mainly because they can't open their studios. Some are opening their studios, so please check online to see who it is and who isn't open. I know that some of you are opening. This is a new piece of work that I'm working on at the moment. I'm using Mick Sheridans' leftover upholstery materials to create some paintings. I know that there's a lot of wastage, and he does his best to use most of it, but I thought I'd have a go too and use some of the old surfaces that he removes from sofas and chairs to paint on. There's nothing wrong with it when he takes it off, so why throw it away? These are some mini abstracts that I'm working on at the moment to do with insect forms. This is a painting that I used the other day for my YouTube tutorials. Again, have a look on my channel on YouTube, just under my name, Julie Sheridan, and you'll find over 50 free tutorials to watch and to learn from. These are a series of little watercolours that I did that are actually on blocks, sort of MDF blocks, and these are also of lichen. And you can see I'm working on some paintings at the moment, which are sort of almost like painted collages. So what I'm doing is I'm chopping up old paintings that I don't want, well, not that I don't want them, but they're sort of experimental pieces, and I'm going to make them into new paintings, which you'll see in just a moment. And as you can see, my studio is sort of acting as a second greenhouse, because I found out that chilies need really a lot of heat, and there's not enough heat in my greenhouse, and cucumbers need to be away from the tomatoes. They don't like the tomatoes. So I use these pockets as storage. These are my new collaged paintings that I've been working on just recently. I don't know how well you can see those, but I will photograph them and put them on as separate images so that you can see them properly. These are some of my experiments with lichen again and layering. I like sort of tearing things up and putting them back together again. And these are some works that I did a few years ago using Fablon. And there's some marching soldiers again. And finally, for those who don't like the abstract too much, there's a landscape of the view from my studio window. Okay, I've shown you a few paintings there. Like I said, if you've got any questions, please contact me. You can look at my website. Some of the work is on my website. Look at my tutorials, which are on my channel, YouTube, Julie Sheridan. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. But don't hesitate to get in touch with me. And over the summer, I'd be happy to open my studio to people who want to book individual viewings. Okay, so get in touch, and please come along next year to the Towy Valley Open Studios 2021, where hopefully we'll all be back up, running and open.